Since I was a young man, about 18 years old, when I was finally able to vote, my father would take me down, register me, take me down to the polls, and we were always told to vote Democrat. A lot of times I didn't know who those people were. I was just doing what my dad or what my auntie was telling me to do, go in there and pull that lever for that Democrat, whether it was the local election, the state election, or it was for the president. And I remember when Bill Clinton was running, for president, and everybody was saying, yeah, we got to vote for Bill Clinton. And we never asked any questions. I never understood, a lot of those, a lot of that stuff. We just voted Democrat because that's what they told us to do. But as you start getting older and looking around in the communities, you see things never change. The same dilapidated buildings, crack and binge communities, and a bunch of unalivings everywhere. It's stuff just happening all over the city. Then you start to ask questions. Well, wait a minute. What are their policies, and what are these people doing? And once you start doing that as a black man, everybody look at you like you're crazy because you're supposed to do what you're told. You don't ask any questions. You just shut up and vote. You just do what we tell you to do. And to me, that's just is very confusing. And at this point, it's just very disrespectful. Because what I've noticed is black men during this election cycle now with Kamala and Trump, black men we're not allowed to have a voice. And if we do ask any type of questions, that automatically you say, well, we're supporting Trump. No, we're not. We're asking the Democratic Party, because remember, we don't support the Republican Party. We don't vote for them. We're asking the Democratic Party what's in it for the community, because the community is in shambles. And we've seen this same thing play out when Stacey Abrams was running down in Georgia. And it played out like this.
Are black men large in number enough to decide this race for Stacey Abrams? Or is this just a headline that's, more yellow journalism and sensationalism than truth?
Yeah, good morning, Tiffany. Great to be here with you. Obviously, black males, black men voters make up enough of a block where we can be a part of what the difference is. And we got to keep in mind, we're talking about a state where in the presidential election in 20, the difference was famously those 11,700 votes that Trump was trying to find someplace. So in a situation like that, yeah, black men as a voting bloc can be a big part of the equation. And, whether or not we come out, black men in Georgia come out and support Stacey at the same rate that black women do, is a legitimate question. Now certainly black men aren't going to bear the brunt of what happens in this election on their own, no more than black women.
Because of this disrespect from the Democratic Party, Donald Trump is noticing that he's starting to get a lot more black male voters. A lot of black men are starting to look over in the Donald Trump side, mostly because the Democratic Party is showing no respect. And they're telling you to just shut up and vote. They don't want to answer your questions. They don't want to be questioned or feel like they got to answer anything to you. It's just a total disrespect, because a lot of these young men that you told to go vote at 18, now we're in our 40s and 50s, and we're saying, hey, wait a minute. We got these questions. And if you want to be disrespectful, then we either take the couch or you're going to go for Trump. And Trump has been noticing this. That's why he said this.
Harris became the nominee was appealing to black voters. That was something you were really going after. In polls, we really see Harris gaining ground with that group. And I'm wondering how you are going to go after black voters now that she's the nominee and really winning them over.
Well, it changes around a little bit. I'm getting other voters. Perhaps, I was doing very well with black voters, and I still am. I seem to be doing very well with black males. This is according to polls, as you know. It's possible that I won't do as well with black women, but I do seem to be doing very well with other segments, extremely well with Hispanic. Jewish voters way up. White males way up. White males have gone through the roof.
And then you have a bunch of black women that's coming online now. Not all, but there's a large portion of black women and men that's shaming black people, that's questioning Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party. And a lot of it is coming from a lot of women, because remember I told y'all the black community, the black women are pro-woman, and the black man is selfish and he's pro-man. We're not pro-family. We're not together. We don't practice being pro-together. We're separate off into groups. So when you see this woman as a black, you see Kabbalah and she's saying she's a black women instantly get right behind her, and they draw battle lines against black men who has questions for the Democratic Party. To the point it's getting so disrespectful. Listen to how this woman talk, not realizing that you're actually talking to grown men that got their own brain. How do you even come online and even make this statement towards black men like this? This ain't got nothing to do with gender war. This is about us making our own decisions for what our community should look like or be. Listen to how this woman talk.
Nobody pisses me off more than black people, specifically black men, because you niggas do not have a problem with anybody being mixed until it's the president. You laying right next to that mixed. You're literally laying next to the mixed, the white mother that smoked, and you worried about. First of all, she ain't even mixed with white. She's mixed with Indian. Your you lay next to every single night has a white mama. And you love her. You would go to war for her. But you can't have a mixed president. Now all of a sudden it's all skin folk and kinfolk. The skin folk right next to you lay next to is not kinfolk. What? I hate y'all. I really hate y'all because I ain't never seen this many black men complaining about whether somebody's fully black. That's not a black man thing to complain about. If we're being completely honest, that's a black woman thing. Come on. Be for real. Do not care. Y'all just want to vote for Trump. And that's okay. Just say, I want to vote for Trump. Say it with your chest, boo. But don't blame it on her being black or mixed or whatever. Don't.
And not only for women, but then you got Mr. Coochie and Booty Hole Man himself, Luke. And he's mad at black men. He's threatening black men to get back to the polls by saying this.
Message to all black men who left the Democratic Party for the MAGA Party. I'm going to offer you this one-time opportunity to come back. You can come back. You have until Sunday, 12 high noon. We'll take you back. We'll take you back. There's no more blue no matter who. It's come on, Amana. Bang, bang. Come on, Amana. Bang, bang. Coach.
This is the same man, the Hoochie Coochie Booty Hole Man, is the same man that spent years calling women out of their names, calling black women all kinds of stuff. But because he's supporting Kabbalah, now all of a sudden he's liked. Now all of a sudden he's respected. Now he's somebody that they would go to. That's how you know all this stuff is fake and this world is a stage. It's fake. This guy, I mean, this is the same guy that 2 years ago that said that the Democratic Party offers the black community nothing. This is the same man that said this. But there's another video that's circling on CNN in the barbershop that was the most disheartening. And the way that they disrespect black men. Check this out.
Is Kamala going to make you a little more likely or less likely to vote Democrat?
Well, hold on, wait, first, Ray, hold on, Ray. Is Kamala black, yes or no?
I'm going to let her speak on that. But to me, no.
Oh. Is Kamala black, yes or no?
I share that same view.
Wow. Is Kamala black, yes or no?
I heard she's half black and half Asian.
When I played that audio on my SiriusXM radio program on Thursday, many callers who self-identified as African American were quick to tell me that those men were the exception, not the rule. Some described them as low information voters, no different than you'd find among whites.
Now, the sad part is you have liberal WW people and some black women referring to black men as uninformed and basically bottom shelf, uneducated people. We don't have a mind of our own. We can't think. We can't ask questions. And I ask this question all the time. Every year we graduate thousands of black young men and women from HBCUs. Where are they at? How come we don't see any type of things building up in these black communities, these black cities that's coming out of our black colleges? These so-called frat groups, how come we don't see them helping to build black communities? These elite blacks investing back into the community. How come we don't see it? But then when black men are starting to ask questions, because first of all, excuse me, let me rephrase that. Not starting to ask questions because we've been asking questions. So now we're asking these questions, and all of a sudden we're stupid. We're not intelligent enough. And this is the vision and the things that's constantly destroying the community. Because I'm asking, I'm not talking to the Republican Party. We've never supported the Republican Party in my lifetime. My questions was for the Democratic parties and the black elders. And the black elders told us to shut up and vote. Black women told us to shut up and vote. And not all black women, but a large portion of them. We're good for sex. We're good for sex, and that's it. Other than that, we provide nothing for the community. That's the way we're viewed. We're just viewed for sex. Other than that, we don't have a head, a mind. We're not allowed to think, talk, or do any of these things. And that's a problem. And you're seeing that play out because we're asking legitimate questions that should be answered. Legitimate. We watched Kamala say, well, I'm not going to do anything just for the black community. We're watching them okay policies that's giving immigrants money for free housing. We're asking specific, simple questions that we feel like should be answered. I'm not in favor of Trump or Kamala. I'm in favor of whichever party would meet the demands of my people. That's who I'm for. But as a person that's been a Democrat, lifelong Democrat, I have every right to ask the Democrats some tough questions. And if you notice, Kamala never went to talk to any economic strategists or any black intellectuals that can ask the tough questions. They're not going to send her to sit down and talk to those people. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.